Alright guys, welcome back to Only Subs. If you guys want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. I'm going to run through this really quickly, what's going down with the current status of the market and where we're looking at with some of the positions we're in. And we're just going to run through it really quickly. So here's QQQ right now. Right now, we're kind of just getting a lot of sideways action. I know it seems like it's bearish, but we are actually consolidating. And again, just looking at tech in general, like Tesla and Nvidia, I'm going to go through some of these in a second, but most of tech is actually weak right now. So you guys can see that QQQ right now was actually pretty bearish today, like, really weak, dragging the entire market down. And as of right now, QQQ has printed a pennant look here. So all of today, pretty much, this morning, you saw QQQ with this big breakdown, and then it tried to catch a recovery, and then this was the trend line that I kept saying to you guys that was pretty much the last line. I call it the line in the sand because if that line in the sand is broken, you're looking at a trend break and a break of structure, and then you're gonna be looking bearish at that point, right? But here's what happened, right? Then towards the afternoon, QQQ was just testing underneath this trend line here, and ultimately in the last 2 hours, 2:30, started to reclaim it, and now it's holding within the trend line here. So right now, it currently needs to make a decision right now. As of right now, bulls look like they did reclaim the trend, and it could actually maybe push higher. We had BPM, he's really good at seeing some of the macroeconomics of the market. So he's predicting that maybe this week we could see all times high. But we got to keep open mind for that. As a SPY actually created a new all-time high today, and earlier this today actually, and this week, SPY and QQQ was pretty much the market in general are just doing like a lot of up, like pump, and then it kept going down, and then it would go up and then down. So today it actually did the inverse, right? It basically it dumped in this morning, like right over here, and then try to catch a bounce and pull back. And ultimately, SPY was actually looking a little better than QQQ. So, that's pretty much the only divergence that there was with, aside from big tech, was SPY just kind of holding the line here and, just holding this trend line here. So this was the one I was pointing out to you guys as well, that if SPY broke down this, I think the market would have legit broken down at that point because QQQ was ready to break down. But lo and behold, they held the line here and pushed up higher, and now it made new all-time highs. So we're looking good to push higher tomorrow and maybe the rest of the week. But as of right now, SPY is the one that's probably looking the best bullish-wise. So we want to see a push high above this golden pocket here, this 565.50 level. We couldn't get over it. We tested it, and of course we rejected it. So tomorrow we want to see a push higher. It's holding this area right now, all-time high. So let's see where it goes. But let me do it side by side here. As of right now, we need to see QQQ break out of this pennant and need to test this 499 level here. You clear that. You could even push as high as 500 plus, but we'll see what happens for that. But as a SPY right now, we could potentially make more new all-time highs. But again, keep an open mind. If this pennant is broken down, like it could always happen. Just don't think, just because the bull saves the day is gonna continue pushing up, right? So that's why you gotta keep an open mind. Just watch out for that. Let me jump into VIX really quickly. VIX is actually still in this downward channel here, and it's trying to catch a breakout here. So this is the same, triangle that I kept pointing out to you guys that is another bearish indicator of the market pulling back. So if this breaks up, and again, there's golden pockets up here, and again, all-time high for SPY and as well as QQQ, like, you could see a market pullback. And that's why you're seeing IWM, which is why this was the play last week and into this week, and even moving forward, because of the rotation in the big cap, right? The large caps going into the smaller caps. So a lot of let's just think of it like the money flow. It's going into a lot of the smaller cap companies, and that's the Russell 2000, which is the IWM here, and that's why this is catching a lot of buys. So this is why it's pushing higher. What did I tell you guys? 223 over here was the number that it was going to hit today. Well, I don't know about today, but it did hit today. And I said that if this held, this would have been a launch pad. And look at that. It's literally launching. 230. Why am I saying 230? Because that's just a pretty big psychological number. You have a very key level up here. There is not much in the way. Like I told you guys this last week. Wow, look at that. 4 candle gap ups with volume. Like it looks really strong. And literally there's nothing in the way up until like 230 like that. That's your next equal high over here, right? Oh, sorry, over here, right? So we're already almost at this one. If this clears here, you're looking at 230 is your next very big resistance zone. So that's the next target. I told you guys to look out for maybe a couple of weeks out or something like that if you're going to swing this. Whoever got into this, you guys are being rewarded right now, so congrats. If you guys are wondering, but VJ, why aren't you taking a position if you're so confident? Honestly, I have my own trading strategy. The reason why I did not take this, again, because I'm in Carvana, I'm looking at so many different tickers. I want to manage my own positions the best how I feel is best for me. But that's why I alert a lot of the stuff for you guys to see so that you guys can make a decision. And again, I'm doing like literally finding all of this plays for you guys. So you guys need to decide how you want to execute. If you guys have questions, you guys can ask. Like a lot of you guys do ask, and that's good for you, right? You get some idea as to what the risk and reward is on any given place that I might point out. So that's what we're looking at on IWM. Right now it looks really good. 230 is on the way. And now let me talk about Tesla here. Tesla is also breaking out of this bull flag here. So we did see a lot of call flow come in on this breakout here. We need to see follow through, otherwise this could bull trap. So you do not want to break back below this trend line here. If it does that, that's a bull trap, and then you gotta manage risk if you are deciding to go long on it. Otherwise, you could see these recent highs up here, golden pocket sitting at 266, 67. So that could be your next target, 262 to 267 if you're gonna swing that on this breakout here. Risk to reward is pretty good. Otherwise, your risk is gonna be a break under 254-ish or 253. Basically, look out for VWAP. If you break VWAP, I think is your ultimate last line of support here. So that's what you're looking at on Tesla. Coin here was another one I pointed out to you guys a few days ago, that this thing, if it clears this golden pocket, which it did today, and then it kept sending up. I said 252 is your launch zone. So now guess what? It's sitting in the launch zone. Is it gonna launch? I don't know. But what I can tell you is that if it breaks above this 250 level, and this trend line coincidentally lines up just perfectly for a breakout, right? If you clear this area here, basically 250, you could look into getting a long position, and you have to consider Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually looking pretty bullish, right, throughout this whole week. So where are we? Yeah, so this is what we're looking at. Wow, so this was a bull flag that I had drawn for you guys back over here. Look at that big bounce. And if you break out here for Bitcoin, let's say, I don't know, next few days or something, and coin is going to follow suit, where is it? Bitcoin. If coin follows suit, let me go back to coin here. But yeah, look at this break. If this breaks out here, then you could look out for coin looking to also even make new highs, right? I don't know if this is all, I don't think so. Yeah, these are not the all-time high. However, you could see 300 plus on coin in the near future. So look out for coin on this pennant breakout. You have some volume coming in here. It looks really good for a push up. Next up is the NVIDIA, the dreaded NVIDIA. So NVIDIA today, why NVIDIA failed and what was the outlook for NVIDIA yesterday? Remember, this is the trend line, right? This is the trend line that was following, and I pointed this pennant out for you guys. So yesterday, last minute, very similar to what happened today, and this is what I just mentioned to you guys in Discord. Yesterday at the end of day Monday, look at this camera candle. This was a sign that bulls protected this trend here and didn't want the breakdown, and that's why, you know, the thesis behind the calls were that you're gonna see a continuation up, right? And unfortunately, within the first like half an hour or so, we tried to push it. I even averaged down. Looked like it wanted to go up here, but you know, you had multiple layers of confluence which didn't work out. And I keep saying this to you guys, you could literally have the best setup. You just need that small sliver of percentage. You know, it's never going to be 100% win rate, right? But you just need that small window of you know, probability to go against you, and that's all it's going to take for a breakdown to happen, right? And that's what happened. I kept saying that if this broke here, manage risk, manage risk, manage risk. And you know, ultimately I did sell down around here, this dark pool level, which broke this golden pocket. Dark pool level was tested. Very bearish, bearish look on NVIDIA right now. So if NVIDIA somehow can reclaim this trend line here, it needs to first clear this 127 level here. But otherwise not looking too good right now. It looks pretty bearish. Like I said, big tech is really weak right now. So don't be surprised if NVIDIA does, you know, this is just a golden pocket retest and it comes back down lower to some of these lower levels here, 124, 123, right? So that's what you're looking at on NVIDIA. Hood was another one I alerted for you guys yesterday or 2 days ago again. Like, very good setup here on a Hood. I mentioned to you guys this like a month ago that I think Hood could see 30 to 40 bucks, right? And guess what? It's already on its way. You have your golden pocket at 26, and look out for if you clear that, you're looking out for 27 to 29 here. $30 again, the big round number, $30 is not out of the question here. If you took your long positions, I mentioned this in the Discord. The trade setup section, just look over there, right? And again, if you have questions, always ask me, because this was a beautiful setup on Hood here. SLV, we're in SLV right now. This is more of like a hedge play to, like, you know, some of inflation data. So again, I like the setup here. You're looking at a bit of a cup, a W structure, right? If we can clear this $29 level, I can very clearly see $30 being hit on this very soon, and I'm still very bullish on it. You can see a lot of accumulation has been taking place, all of this volume, right? And what was happening before that, it was actually in a bull flag, right? So we got the breakout here, you know, got a bit of a pullback, didn't no follow through, then a gap up, gap down. Now it's trying to do another test for the highs over here. So if you clear this highs, $30, that's the target. We're swinging this one, so it looks pretty good on that. Carvana looks good still. I know it's in a rising wedge here, bearish look. Bulls did end up holding the bottom trend line here, which is good sign still. I mentioned to you guys, when I say TP levels, that means take profit levels, right? No other person, I would guarantee you, like, a lot of people don't have targets as accurate as me. When I say take profit levels, manage risk, that means that when it hits a certain level, you have to determine if that's you want to get out or partially sell 25 or 50% of your position, or you want to hold the entire position. That's ultimately determined by your risk level, because I'm very high risk, as you guys already know. I already told you guys this. I'm looking for as high as 150 here, right? 148, 150 is my target. If you want to be conservative, you would have sold here, right? If you're going to follow me to the T, then you have to accept the risk, right? And I'm very good at trading. I know that I can do hundreds of percent like this back to back to back, or have consecutive multiple wins, that a loss is not a big deal for me. Okay, so I understand we took a loss on Nvidia, and right now, the market is kind of like up in weird right now, in a bit of a precarious situation, so nobody really knows what's going on. But trust me, guys, I'm on top of the way I trade, and I know what I'm doing at the end of the day. So ultimately, you need to manage risk. I give you guys these levels on the dot. Nobody can give you levels like that. They're kind of just playing guessing game here, right? Well, I don't play no guessing game. I have everything very systematic and very specific to what I'm looking for, right? Risk versus reward at all times, and I do that based off of my my trading strategy, right? So I try to help you guys see that, and hope you guys can actually internalize the way I trade, right? It's more of a mindset than what you're seeing, right? The on paper, so to speak. So right now, Carvana, we want to see a continuation up. This is your risk, pretty much. You don't want to break this trend line here. If you break that, you're pretty much validating a rising wedge breakdown. This is a bearish pattern. Okay, so we need to take continuation up. If SPY or QQQ is good tomorrow or the rest of the week, I know we have a weekly on this, but this could actually push up, and I'm still looking forward to it. If not, like I say always, manage risk, manage risk, manage risk. GME, I called this out since, like, again, a few days ago, right? 27 was the number. This was the level that it cleared. $40 has a lot of interest, meaning there's a lot of people that want that target to hit. And if you're going to target this $40 level, give yourself time. You never know with GME. Very, very tricky stock here. So maybe 1-2 months out to target 35 to 40 or 30 to 40, depending on your risk. Whatever you want to risk, right? Ultimately, you got to determine that for yourself. Like I said, ask questions. If you have questions, I can help you out. But right now it's pushing up, right? If you guys execute, ultimately you guys have to execute on these plays, right? That's all it is. Like I said, I'm not going to take all of these plays. I'm going to take what I am going to take, and I'm going to point these out. Nobody's going to look at stocks and point them out to you, right? Otherwise, I'm giving you guys so much opportunity out there here. So just, again, right now for GME, I think $40, I don't know about 40, but these are your levels on GME, 32 to 35. Look out for those levels. MSOS, I called this out today. Guys, look really good here. I think that if you can clear this $8 level here, you can see as high as like $9 and then $10 here. So this is really good setup here. Look at the volume, the accumulation going on here. I love seeing this type of patterns, right? You just kind of see people buying, and then it wants to send up, right? So that looks like a really good setup here. You can easily target this 863 level here. I think maybe like a month or so out, but again, I always like to give yourself guys time, right? You never know. If you don't know what you're doing, you just when in doubt, just get yourself some extra time. You take a little bit of a loss, and you also limit your gain potential, but at the end of the day, it's always your risk and reward, right? ON was another one I called in the trade setups. This one is sending, had a rising falling wedge breakout here, and it's still breaking out. The target for this is still 85 to 90. If you clear that, you come into 100. So I already mentioned to you guys in the trade setups, look out for those trade setups. Those are really good setups. Some of them don't work out, whatever, right? Like it's honestly, you're not gonna get 100% of the plays, right? Like whoever's gonna tell you that they're 100% right, they're definitely not, right? So I try to give that to everybody in the Discord, and I really hope that you guys are learning that the proper risk management, right? Ultimately, your sizing and all of this is part of the game, right? It starts up here in your head. Then comes your the all of the other technical stuff. I added in the trade checklist for you guys to look at the breakdown of, if you're a newbie, 1 to 3 months, what you should be looking for, right? Understand candlesticks and patterns and build yourself up so you understand sort of the lingo of the market, right? And then you can understand what to look for and why am I taking certain plays or why am I pointing certain things out, and then you can actually stay on board, right? Otherwise, you're just going to be lost with it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Link is in the description if you want to join the best Discord in the world. See ya.